Okay, so I have been asked, how did I put my Graves' disease into remission? So let's have a little floor chat, and I'm going to ungatekeep everything that I've done over the last couple of years to completely put my Graves' disease into remission. So just a little backstory, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease about 7 years ago. I was then put on methimazole and propranolol at the time to manage my symptoms. And when I talked to my doctor about how I could heal my Graves' disease, I was given only two options. I could either remove my thyroid or basically zap my thyroid with radioactive iodine. And both of those options were not ideal for me because I did not want to end up on medication. In fact, my goal was to get off the medication that I was currently on. So I declined those options and stayed on the methimazole. So after a few years of being on methimazole, I started having some really bizarre symptoms. I kept going to the doctor and no one could figure out what was going on with me. In fact, I was actually being written off multiple times. I kept either being told that it was my Graves' disease and I needed to go back to my endocrinologist, or it was suggested that maybe I was just having anxiety. And so then I was giving anxiety medication that I never took. But I finally realized that all my crazy symptoms were actually probably being caused by my medication. I brought it up to my doctors and they completely brushed it off. It was at that appointment that I realized that no one's coming to save me. And so I completely just took my health into my own hands and started looking into ways that I could heal myself naturally. So the very first things I started doing was I changed up my diet. I cut out refined sugars. I started drinking lemon balm tea, which is actually what I'm drinking right now. I started focusing on my gut health and hormone health. Within a few weeks of me doing all of that, I went hard too. I went back to my endocrinologist because we were monitoring my levels at the time, and I was actually my medication was being changed. Well, she realized that my thyroid levels had actually gone in the opposite direction, and she was like, wait, we can actually lower your medication now. So we did, and she wanted to check me back in a few weeks. And after multiple visits, my doctor actually slowly started weaning me off my medication. And by the end of it, when I came completely off my medication, all of those bizarre symptoms completely went away within a couple of weeks. I was able to prove to the doctors that it was my medication. Whenever I went back to the doctors and they were like, oh, how's all this? And I'm like, oh, it went away after I quit my medication. So there was a little just something to be able to say that to the doctors. I'm gonna stop being petty. I hope this helps somebody, and I'm gonna share everything else that I've done in more detail, but I hope that maybe at least this can help get you started on also healing your Graves' disease. So happy healing, and I'm here for any questions that you might ask. I wanna mention that I am not a practitioner of any sort, and I am not a licensed blah, blah, blah. I encourage you to do your own research as well, but I'm still happy to share everything that I've done and hopefully lead you in the right direction for you. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, as you should with anybody you see on the internet. And if you have any questions or want more information about what I did or still do, or teas that I drink, or how I eat to not only heal my Graves' disease, but also balance my hormones as well. I also heal myself from PMDD. So food is medicine, herbs are medicine. And again, happy healing.